Using two equal length finite elements, determine natural frequencies of solid circular shaft fixed at one end as shown in figure. So if you see, there's a circular shaft which is fixed at one end. The Young's modulus is E, the area is A, and the length is L. So let us do a finite element model for this. So I'll be dividing as they have given in the question. I'm supposed to divide it into two equal parts. So I'm dividing this into two equal parts. So I'll be having two elements, element 1 and element 2. But the Young's modulus and area will be the same. Only the thing that is going to change is your length. So length will be L by 2 for the first one and L by 2 for the second one. So now find out the elemental stiffness matrix. You know elemental stiffness matrix is given by K is equal to EA by LE 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So for element 1, what is that I have? K is equal to EA. Your length is nothing but L by 2 in this case. So L is equal to L by 2. I'll substitute 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. If I take 2 to the numerator, what it becomes? It will be 2AL 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Your first element is associated with nodes 1 2. So I'll be representing 1 2 1 2. Now for element 2, again I have the same thing. What is the length of the second element? It is L by 2 only. So the for element 1 and 2 there will be no change in K1 and K2 because all the parameters that are associated, that EA by L remains the same for both the elements. So this will be 2EA by L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So if you observe, the second element is associated with nodes 2 and 3. So it becomes 2 3 2 3. Now I have got stiffness matrix for element 1 and element 2. I am supposed to find out the global stiffness matrix. So to find out the global stiffness matrix, that will be K is equal to, I have how many nodes? Totally 3 nodes, right? 1 2 3 1 2 3. So first one will be 1 cross 1. Just find out what is the value of 1 cross 1. 1 cross 1, I have the value of 1. So this will be 1. Then 2 cross 1. 2 cross 1, if you observe, what is the value over here? 2 cross 1, it is minus 1. So I have minus 1. 3 cross 1. 3 is not associated to node 1, so it is 0. So I have got the first row values. Write down the column because it is a symmetric matrix. So minus 1, 0. Next one is 2 cross 2. So 2 cross 2, if you observe, so 2 cross 2, it is 1, then 2 cross 2, 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. So I have got 2 as my 2 cross 2 value. What about 3 cross 2? 3 cross 2 is minus 1. So I have got minus 1. So I have got this. Similarly, I can write this value. It will be minus 1. The next one is 3 cross 3. So 3 cross 3 is 1. So I'm getting 3 cross 3 as 1. So I've got the global stiffness matrix. Okay. Next, I'm supposed to find out the consistent mass matrix. For both the elements, if you observe, we have consistent mass matrix. Consistent mass matrix is given by rho ALE by 6, 2, 1, 1, 2. So if you observe for element 1, rho ALE by 6, then I have L is given by L by 2. So L is L by 2. So 2, 1, 1, 2. So 6 2s is 12. I'll just simplify that. That becomes rho ALE by 12, 2, 1, 1, 2. So this is my mass matrix for element 1. Same way, if I do for element 2, it is rho ALE by 12, 2, 1, 1, 2. Same thing because all the values are same. Only length is L by 2, which we have already substituted in this matrix. So it will be rho ALE by 12, 2, 1, 1, 2. The nodes associated are 2 and 3. So 2, 3. Now find out the global consistent mass matrix. So if you found out the global consistent mass matrix, it will be rho ALE by 12, which is common for the both. So 1, 2, 3, I have nodes 1, 2, 3. So check for 1 cross 1. So if you check 1 cross 1, we have value of 2. So then check for 2 cross 1, 2 cross 1, I have value of 1. 3 cross 1, it is not associated, so it is 0. So I've got the first row values. Same way, write down first column 2, 1, 0. Next important one is 2 cross 2. So if you observe 2 cross 2 value over here, it is 12. 2 cross 2 value over it is 12, 2. So 2 plus 2, it will be 4. So I've got 2 cross 2 value. Then 3 cross 2. So 3 cross 2 value is 1. So I'll write down 1. So it is a symmetric matrix. I'll write down 1 over here also. So 3 cross 3, 3 cross 3, which is nothing but 2. So I've got the entire global consistent mass matrix. Now I'm supposed to find out the equilibrium or equation of motion. So what is equation of motion? It is nothing but k minus lambda m is equal to 0. So if I see k minus lambda m is equal to 0, just substitute. I know the k value, it is EA by L, 1 minus 1, 1, 0, minus 1, 2, minus 1, 0, minus 1, 1, minus lambda into rho AL by 12, 2, 1, 0, 1, 4, 1, 0, 1, 2, U1, U2, U3 is equal to 0. So what we need, we are supposed to apply the boundary condition, that is, it is fixed at the first node, right? So if I do that, applying the boundary condition, what happens? The first row and the first column is eliminated from both the matrices. So what I am remaining with? I am remaining with 2 cross 2 matrices, that is 2 EA by L, 2 minus 1, minus 1, 1, minus lambda, rho AL by 12, 4, 1, 1, 2 is equal to 0. So now I can directly multiply this over here. So this will be 2 minus 1 minus 1 1 minus lambda into this L is multiplied L square. 2 EA, I am taking it downwards. It becomes rho L square divided by 12 into 2 EA. AA is getting cancelled. I am remaining with rho L square divided by 24E. Okay. Next, let us consider that as A, because it will be easy for us to simplify. So I have taken A is equal to lambda rho L square divided by 24E. So if I consider that and substitute in this, I'll be getting 2 minus 1 minus 1 1 minus A into 4 1 1 2 is equal to 0. So now I have got this matrix. Just multiply this A inside the matrix, that is 4 1 1 2. So what I'll have, can directly write 2 minus, this is 4A, right? 2 minus 4A minus I'm taken common 1 plus a because I have a over here. So again if I take minus, it will be 1 plus a, 1 plus a, then 1 minus 2a is equal to 0. So after subtracting these two matrices, I'll be getting 2 minus 4a minus 1 plus a minus 1 plus a 1 minus 2a is equal to 0. Now I'm supposed to find out the determinant of this. So 2 minus 4a into 1 minus 2a minus of 1 plus a the whole square. So as I told you, 2 minus 4a into 1 minus 2a minus 1 plus a the whole square is equal to 0. Now multiply this. 2 into 1, that is 2, minus 2 into 2, 4a. So again minus 4a into 1, 4a. Then minus 4a into minus 2a. So 8a square minus 1 minus a square minus 2a is equal to 0. I have expanded 1 plus a the whole square. That is a plus b the whole square. So I have got 1 minus a square minus 2a which is equal to 0. Now simplify this. So 8 minus 1, that is 7a square, minus 4a minus 4a, that is minus 8a minus 2a. So that becomes minus 10a, then 2 minus 1, that is 1. So is equal to 0. Now I have the equation 7a square minus 10a plus 1 is equal to 0. So a1, if I solve this, I'll be getting two values for a. So a1 and a2. So what is a1 value? 0.108. Then a2 is 1.32. So I've got a1 and a2. Now I'm supposed to find out omega 1 and omega 2. So a1 if I got 1.108. So what is a? A is equal to lambda rho L square divided by 24E, which is equal to 0.108. Lambda is equal to 2.592E, that is 24 into 0.108. I'm getting it as 2.592 into E divided by rho L square, which is equal to omega 1 square. So find out omega, which is 1.61 divided by L, root of E by rho radian per second. So this is omega 1 value. Similarly, I am supposed to find out omega 2. So how do I do that? A2 is equal to 1.32. So I have lambda into rho L square divided by 24E, which is equal to 1.32. So if I am doing that, lambda is equal to 24 into 1.32, that is 31.68 E divided by rho L square, which is omega 2 square. So find out omega 2, which is 5.63 divided by L, root of E by rho radian per second. This is how we find out the natural frequency